Hi, welcome back. I'm Arugs, and this is my YouTube channel. I'm sorry I look a little bit like death. I got my second dose of my COVID vaccination. Yeah, in a couple weeks I'll be fully vaccinated. As John Dondero would say, I can go back to licking some doorknobs. Now that I say it, sounds really dirty. So, I have been laid up in bed actually all day, and, probably shouldn't be recording, but I it is what it is. Um, so here I am. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about the Assembly of Arugs brand and the symbolism and sort of where it came from. And also I wanted to talk about I don't know, something I find very exciting. So follow me. Come with me. Come with me on the Assembly of Arugs origin story. It really started on a stream uh, from back in November. It was John's birthday. And we were talking about movies because John's a big movie buff. And we were talking about movies we liked and that we didn't like. And so it came up. It's like, what movies do you not like? What movie does everyone love that you don't? So I said I didn't like the never ending story. And that, what followed, has stuck with me ever since. Apparently, that was just I might as well have told them that Soylent Green is people. They started, you can go back, it's November, it's one of the streams, and they start going in about how that's why Artex died. Artex died. I would drown the horse because Artex was sad because I didn't like the never ending story.
No, wait, no, we have to go into this. Why don't you like the never-ending story?
Any movie that you're not in now.
I don't know why I didn't like it. I just didn't.
When was the last time have you watched it as both a child and an adult?
I have not watched it as an adult because I didn't like it as a child. See the point of watching it.
But Artex.
I need something a bit stronger than
He
that.
died in vain now. He has died in vain.
You
Don't
you
say
were
that.
the reason. You were the reason Artex died in the Swamp of Sadness.
Yep.
He knew you didn't like him, and he was just
He
like, "I
didn't
don't want
die.
to live anymore."
He got drowned. She
Mhm.
drowned
Slowly.
him.
Slowly.
Pushed him right under. Just
Wow.
I don't like you.
And since then, just like Arugs takes the money. I'll get back to that in a minute. All of a sudden I became associated with Artex died because I didn't like it. Never ending story. I killed Artex the horse. Artax. I don't know. I didn't the horse. Honestly, on that stream, they actually went in really, really, really hard on me about that. And they never let up. And obviously they never let up because it is 6 months later and we're still talking about it. And it became my brand. So that's how it all started. That's how Arugs got associated with a horse drowning in a bog. It is not because of animal cruelty. It is not because any of that. It is because Artax died in the Swamp of Sadness, and he was sad because Arugs didn't like the never ending story. And there it is. Now, Arugs always takes the money. That started actually long before we started podcasting. John, right at the beginning of quarantine, John started these community game nights, and he was already gaming and streaming with the Blue Skirt Boys. And so, they were already on Discord and doing all that. I had just started hopping on doing community game nights, and there was a Jackbox game. I can't remember. It's like the murder quiz hotel or whatever. So it was me, Jess, John's wife, and Miko. We had missed the question and we were in this whole, okay, at the end, you have a pile of money. If one of you takes the money and the other two don't, the other two die and the person that takes it lives. If no one takes the money, everyone lives. And if everyone takes the money, everyone dies. You don't know what they're going to do. Like, and because we couldn't talk, Miko was the only one on Discord. um Miko and Jess was with John so she could hear sort of it. They're like, don't take the money, don't take the money, don't take the money. Me, I'm like, I always take the money. So I took the money.
Oh fun, a big pile of moolah. Here's how this is going to work. If no one takes the money, no one dies. But if you do take the money, I'll kill everyone who didn't.
Alright, you guys
There's
gotta talk
one
it out.
catch.
Oh God,
You
are we
take the
taking the
money?
money or
Take the
not,
money,
guys?
Then you all die.
It's Anna, Jess, and
Stop.
Miko.
Collaborate.
I'm not
And
taking
listen.
the money.
Miko's not taking the money. Jess, you taking the money?
Let's see who has any kind of moral compass whatsoever.
Let's see. Oh, Anna, fuck y'all.
Sometimes betrayal is totally worth it. Aww, I'm gonna
Anna, you're my
enjoy
hero.
this.
And Miko and I have been frenemies ever since. Because that was before we started podcasting. And then when we started podcasting, she's like, oh, you're the wench that took the money. So it's always now because Anna always takes the money because Arugs always takes the money. So I always took the money. And apparently our tax died because he was sad that I didn't like a never ending story. So he drowned in the swamp of sadness. I love horses and I do love horses. I love animals. And because I hadn't seen Never Ending Story. I'd only seen it that one time and didn't like it. So why bother watching it again? I actually got really upset. I could have really let it bother me. I could have been like, why are you doing this? And then I decided like I watched the movie again because I was like, okay, you guys love this movie. I'll give it a second shot. I watched it a second time, literally that night. Still hated it. Like I literally went, this movie is so stupid. Like so stupid. But I got it. I got that Artax died in the swamp of sadness. Artax was sad because I didn't like the movie. Ha ha, funny. Okay. Like they weren't calling me a horse killer. They weren't saying I go killing animals. They were just saying that he was sad and he was sad because I didn't like it. So I was like, you know what? I'll just lean into it. I could either let it get to me or I can lean into it. I know that they all meant it in good fun. And so I did. I leaned into it. Just like I leaned into I took the money. That's why Miko hates me. Arugs always takes the money. That's just like that became my catchphrase. Always take the money. I am in charge of a lot of the behind the scenes work for Dondera Streams, marketing, the business end of it. So I wrote a marketing branding guidelines because any company needs that. Any company, any brand needs that so that there is consistency, especially when you're wanting to grow. In case you didn't know. Now you do. So I built, he called it my manifesto. I rolled my eyes. I was like, oh my gosh. So, and then it became how I was going to start. I wrote a manifesto. So now I'm going to start a cult. So this joke went on for actually a couple of streams. And then one day it was like, I know they were going to call it the Cult of Arugs. And I went, no, it's the Assembly of Arugs. All the people who really are fans of Arugs are part of the Assembly of Arugs. Now we are not a real cult. It is a joke. I am not about that game. You are free to come and go as you please. You're free to do as you please. It is a joke. I would like to clarify that so that some people might get upset. So, thus was born the Assembly of Arugs. And when I decided, they were talking about how they wanted Arugs merchandise, and we were talking about things that they wanted. So I ended up thinking, okay, I'll do an Assembly of Arugs t-shirt. I'll do a logo and, you know, make it a thing. So I designed that and I was like, well, what would the Assembly of Arugs, what would be the greatest representation of that? I started off with dollar signs and I was like, no, that looks just like prostitution. So I wasn't gonna go with that. And then I decided, why don't we go the horse route? So I decided to make the Assembly of Arugs shirt a horse in a bog in a swamp of sadness with the Assembly of Arugs. Fun times. I just got my shirt in today, so I'm very excited about it, which is why I was like, oh, I got to do this video so we can get it out. Do not feel pressured to buy any of the merchandise. I'm not about that racket either. That is not why I do these videos. Why I do these videos is because I want to share. I want to share my thoughts with you. That is all. If you want to go, you like the stuff, please go out and buy it. If you like my channel, please subscribe. But I am not the person to make you feel pressured to do, subscribe, or share anything. If you like it, share it. If you feel something I said can change somebody's life, please share it because that's the purpose of this channel. I'm going to go lay back down and let this vaccine do its thing. And thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.